Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and this is vlog number 2 in the ENC 1102 class. And the question I'm going to be researching today in this vlog is what companies are doing and taking action in reducing plastic waste in the food service industries and beverage industries, and what is the action that they're taking, and what are they doing to minimize plastic waste.
Okay, so the way I found this article is I looked up ways food companies minimize plastic waste, and then I scrolled down and looked through several articles until I found this one. And this is the article that we're going to be talking about today.
So the article is titled 5 Companies Leading the Movement to Go Plastic Free, and it's published by climateaction.org, and the author is Adam Wentworth, and it was published in May 2018. And basically the article lists this webpage's top 5 companies that are doing the best to become more eco-friendly and reduce plastic in various ways. And the 5 companies it talks about is ASDA, which is a UK food retailer, McDonald's, Costa Coffee, which is also a UK coffee shop business, Evian water, Evian water bottles, but the whole company in general. And it's a sports stadium company called Tottenham Hotspur. So this is actually from the UK, so it's a couple of the UK brands, but I think it still works for my research, because I just want to know that other companies are doing things to show that we can also do things, and what they're doing to get ideas. So it talks about the different things that they're doing, such as removing plastic straws, changing to paper bags, removing all their materials and using recyclable materials and recycled materials. And it just goes business by business discussing that. And it says that this whole revolution of becoming eco-friendly and making changes in companies began. It states in the beginning that it's attributed to the Blue Planet 2 nature series, which is a movie. And in this Blue Planet series, I think it's mostly have to do with the oceans and stuff. It shows the immense plastic in the oceans, and it shows the problem with it. And it brought a lot of light to that. And then from that point on, a lot of companies wanted to stay on the good side of people, because people started realizing that there's a lot of food waste and food plastic from food services in the ocean. So a lot of companies, food companies, started making changes to stay on the good side of consumers. So I thought that was very interesting. It also goes through that there's 8 million tons of plastic waste in the ocean. Most articles mention that, because it's very important to state how much there is. So besides that fact, another thing I found interesting in this article was that one of the companies, Tottenham Hotspur, I can't really pronounce it, is a company that creates stadiums around the UK. And they're changing their stadiums, and they're creating new stadiums completely plastic free. So it talks about how one of the stadiums opening up, once opened, is going to be 100% plastic free. And that all the vendors selling in their stadiums, because usually when you go to a stadium, most stadiums have vendors. So you'll see I don't know, for example, you see a McDonald's, and then a Subway, and that. So it's private vendors in the location. They will all have to sign an agreement to be more plastic mindful and reduce plastic. And also you would have to buy all single-use plastics to try to reduce the amount of plastic being used from day one. So I think that's really interesting, because the stadium, in a way, the layout kind of relates to my problem of FIU food services, plastic waste in the services of FIU. So it kind of shows and gives ideas of what other people are in a similar layout are doing as well. And I just thought that was very interesting. So something I found in this article was that a lot of these companies make these changes to appeal to their audience. So they're making the changes to use less plastic to appeal to consumers. It says that McDonald's has a bad rep for a few things, so they've been changing it and trying to make it better and less plastic and less waste. And it says that the ASDA needs to step like made these changes because they need to step up to compete with like the other grocery stores and food retailers. So they made all these big changes, and it talks about how because of the movie Blue Planet, a lot of these companies started making changes to appeal to the consumer. So it kind of makes me question and think, like, do consumers really like the fact that companies are making changes to reduce waste? And how does reducing waste and recycling and being sustainable, how does it make people feel? Because if it makes people feel good, then they're all doing the great thing. And if for some reason it makes people feel bad, then I guess they wouldn't be feeling the same thing. So where I want to go in my research is find out how people feel about recycling and what emotions people feel while they recycle and when they see other companies taking action and being sustainable.